His father dropped the file on the table. "We found her. She's in the Philippines." Anthony opened it and froze. The girl he thought he had lost forever was alive. Those words didn't bring relief. They brought fear, because finding her was only half the battle. What if he was already too late? That night, Anthony couldn't sleep. His mind kept racing. What if she moved on? What if she hates me? What if... He stopped himself, because there was only one way to find out. The next morning, he made his decision. "I'm going." His father looked at him, proud. "You have my blessing. Take the jet. Go get your girl, son." And just like that, the journey began. He flew into Manila, a country he had never been to, a place he knew nothing about. At the private lounge, an officer looked at him. "Reason for your visit?" Anthony paused, then said, "I'm here to fight." The officer raised a brow. "To fight for the love of my life." A small smile, a quiet laugh. "Then make sure you win." Anthony nodded. "I'll try." And just like that, he stepped into a different world. It wasn't like home, not the glass towers, not the silence of wealth, but something about it felt alive, warm, real, the people, the smiles, the energy. It was different, and he liked it. But he didn't come for that. He came for her. He pulled out the address, a small barangay in northern Palawan, a place far from everything, a place you don't find by accident. The journey was long, 12 hours from Manila, rough roads, unfamiliar paths. He found a driver, Nimuel, kind, talkative. "I can only take you so far," he said. "You'll continue the rest on your own." Anthony nodded. That was enough. They drove for hours, through roads that felt endless, through places untouched, and along the way, Nimuel spoke about home, about life, about how simple things can still be enough. Anthony listened, because for the first time, he understood. When they reached the end of the road, Nimuel stopped. "This is where I leave you." Anthony stepped out, looked ahead. There was no road, only distance. He walked, 2 kilometers, then a boat, then more walking, step by step, getting closer, not just to her, but to something else, something he had been missing: peace. By the time he arrived, the sun had softened, and the air felt different. He asked around, "Camilla?" People looked at him, curious, then pointed. He followed, until he reached a small house. 2 older women sat outside. Before he could speak, "You are Anthony?" He froze. "How do you know me?" They smiled. "She told us." They welcomed him, like he belonged there. They told him she had returned, but she didn't stay there anymore. She moved. Anthony's heart sank slightly. "But you can't travel tonight," they said. "Rest." He ate, listened, shared stories. They spoke of Camilla, of how she never forgot him, of how she hoped one day he would come. That night, Anthony sat quietly, looking at the sky, and for the first time, he believed. The next morning, they packed food for him, wished him luck, and sent him on his way. The journey continued. Boat, road, hours passing from the quiet village to El Nido, then further south to Puerto Princesa. The world changed again. More people, more movement, closer to everything, closer to her. Every mile it made his heart race faster, because now there was no turning back. He found the place, stood outside, paused, took a breath, then walked in, and there she was, Camilla. She turned and froze, shock, disbelief. "Anthony," she whispered, like she wasn't sure he was real, and in that moment, nothing else mattered. Not the distance, not the pain, not the time, just them. They moved closer, and just like that, the truth unfolded, piece by piece. The money, the lie, the arrest, the warning, everything. And in that moment, they understood. It was never about love failing. It was about it being taken away. And now, it was back. They couldn't believe it, standing right in front of each other. After all the time, the pain, the heartbreak, they were finally here. They spoke about everything, the lies, the arrest, the journey to find her. And in the end, it was all worth it. Come, I want to introduce you to someone, Camilla said. Who? Anthony asked. A baby. Your son, she said. Anthony was speechless. He couldn't believe it. The cry didn't even announce itself. The joy was beyond anything he had ever imagined. I have a son. Yes, she said. I was pregnant without even knowing it, but I knew one day we would meet again. She looked at him. I'm glad you fought against all odds to find me, and I hope, this time, we can do better. Days passed, then more. Anthony stayed, not because he had to, but because he wanted to. He saw her life, what she had built, with the money she never asked for, not wasted, not hidden, but used to create something, a beginning. He admired it, respected it, and loved her even more for it. One evening, as the sun set, Anthony looked at her. I'm not going back. She smiled slightly. What do you mean? I mean, you are my life, and I want to build it here, with you. A pause, then he took a breath. Marry me. Silence. For a moment, everything stood still. Then, she smiled through tears. Yes, and just like that, love won. Not easily, not perfectly, but honestly. They built together, expanded her guest house, turned it into something bigger, something meaningful. Anthony spoke to his parents, told them his decision. He wasn't coming back, not to that life, not anymore. Time passed, they got married, simple, beautiful, by the ocean. A new beginning, a new life. His parents came, his father with pride, and his mother with regret. She stood before Camilla and said the words she never thought she would say. I was wrong, and for the first time, she meant it. Years passed. They built a life, not loud, but in peace. And for Anthony, that was everything. Because in the end, he didn't just find love, he chose it, against everything. And that made all the difference. And this is the end of the story. But tell me, in the end, Anthony left his empire and chose love over wealth. Was that the right choice, or a blind one? What would you have done? Tell me in the comments. And if this story meant something to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it